Let's be real, window cleaning is one of those chores that everyone avoids until the sun hits just right and suddenly your windows look like they've been through a dust storm. So we lined up 7 of the most talked about window cleaning robots, stuck them to glass, and watched closely. Which one actually works? Which one's just a noisy wall hugger with fancy lights? Stay till the end because some of these results were downright unexpected, and your next buy might just surprise you. Let's kick things off with a beast, the Ecovacs WinBot W2 Pro Omni. This robot isn't just a cleaner, it comes with its own carry and charge base, like a power briefcase for your window warrior. You can use it plugged in or fully cordless, and in battery mode you're getting up to 110 minutes of scrubbing, which is more than enough to tackle big balcony glass or patio doors. Now, here's where it gets serious. This bot sprays water through 3 nozzles at a wider angle and with double the pressure compared to older models. Paired with a wet microfiber pad, it doesn't smear stuff, it melts it off. The upgraded motor and the new path planning tech, WindSlam 4.0, means it doesn't just bounce around randomly, it moves with purpose. It knows when to stop, where to edge, and how to turn. There are 6 cleaning modes, including a heavy-duty one for those windows that haven't seen Windex in years. Also, shout out to the climbing belt system. It sticks to glass like a gecko with no weird slippage. Plus, Ecovacs didn't hold back on safety. A 12-step system makes sure it doesn't come crashing down. Overall, this is the robot to go for if you want a top-tier performer without needing to babysit it. Next is the Ecovacs WinBot W1 Pro, the more affordable sibling but no slouch. This one also sticks hard with 2,800 Pascal suction and brings a cool trick to the table, cross-spraying. Yup, it sprays water diagonally in 2 directions, so the glass stays just damp enough for deep cleaning, not dripping, not dry. Setup simple. Wet the pad, fill the reservoir, and slap it onto the window. And boom, off it goes. It cleans using a zigzag motion with a back and forth pattern, and you can pick between fast, deep, or spot cleaning. The sensors on this unit are surprisingly sharp. Even with frameless windows or high glass panes, it knows where to stop and change direction. A built-in memory system means it returns to the starting point once done, so you don't have to chase it around the pane. And if you've got those awkward sky-high windows that were designed by someone who clearly never planned to clean them, this one's a solid pick. Just don't expect it to handle textured glass or curves. It needs a flat, smooth surface to shine. Number 3. Ecovacs WinBot Mini. This one's made for the smaller jobs, literally. The WinBot Mini is super slim, lightweight, and can fit in tighter spots that other bots simply can't. Think narrow-framed windows or panes with handles in the way. This guy slides in without fuss. Now, despite the small size, it still manages to spray water in a fine mist using ultrasonic tech, which sounds fancy, but basically means it breaks water into super tiny droplets for better stain lifting. No waste, no mess. And the path planning? Pretty smart for its size. It avoids anything taller than 4 millimeters and handles edge-to-edge coverage with 99.5% accuracy, according to Ecovacs. No bumpers mean it wipes right into the corners. It only works with a plug, no battery, but it has a backup in case of power cuts. You also get 3 cleaning modes: quick, thorough, and spot. It's quiet, sleek, and perfect for people with lots of smaller windows or framed glass where bigger bots can't move freely. If you're after serious suction and a smooth finish, the Alpha Bot might be up your alley. With 4,500 pascals of suction power, this thing sticks. We're talking suction that feels like it could pull fingerprints right off the glass. And it kind of does. It also sprays water in both directions to keep everything damp and ready for the pad to do its job. You've got 3 smart cleaning path options: Z pattern, N pattern, and a combo of both. It adapts depending on the shape and size of the window, which is great if you have lots of different types around the house. It also has a built-in battery for backup. 30 minutes of cling time if the power dies, a high-strength safety rope rated for 160 kilos, and position memory so it always returns to the starting spot. It doesn't try to do anything crazy, just solid, no-nonsense cleaning that works on most window types. The only catch? It might need a little extra help with heavy bird droppings or old grime, but for everyday dust, fingerprints, and city window haze, it's a solid contender. Alright, now we're getting into the wildcard category, the Anminto Robot. You might not recognize the name like you would Ecovacs or Hobot, but this one turned out to be a bit of a surprise. First off, it's got dual nozzles and these double helix cleaning heads that work in tandem with microfiber pads. The result? A streak-free shine that even handled pet nose smudges and pollen haze better than expected. There's an infrared remote that gives you full control. So yes, you can direct it manually or switch between the 3 automatic cleaning modes. What we liked most here is how it adjusts its direction when it detects obstacles or window frames. You can throw it on a large sliding door or even a bathroom mirror and it just gets to work without getting confused. Suction's solid at 3,000 pascals and it's backed up by a triple safety system. That includes a safety rope, a backup battery, and vacuum grip strong enough to avoid unexpected drops. There were a few cases where spray direction needed a bit of tweaking depending on the dirt, but overall, this one genuinely surprised us. It's not just some random gadget off the internet, it actually cleaned well, especially for those medium-sized, hard-to-reach panes. Number 6. Toshiba W3 Window Cleaning Robot. This one is what we call the friendly overachiever. The Toshiba W3 is sleek, responsive, and honestly feels like a smart little assistant for your house. You get dual direction auto spraying, which means it doesn't just spritz from one angle, it adjusts based on movement and glass size, and it keeps your window nicely misted throughout the cycle. Now, safety-wise, this bot is fully stacked. It has an anti-drop sensor, edge detection, and strong suction, plus a safety rope, of course. But here's what really got our attention. It's not just for windows. You can use this robot on tiles, mirrors, glass doors, basically any smooth surface. So if you've got a large bathroom with tiled walls or mirrors that seem to attract fingerprints from another dimension, this is a solid multi-purpose tool. And here's the fun part. It comes with 12 cleaning rags. That's not just a nice bonus, it's practical. After a few rounds on outdoor windows, you'll be glad to have backups. Also, several owners mentioned using it in high-rise apartments. One reviewer said it worked flawlessly while they sat on the couch. And that's exactly the vibe here. Stress-free cleaning while you do literally anything else. It's also quiet. Like, surprisingly quiet. And the remote is responsive enough that even your kid or your grandma could use it without issue. Simple, fast, and no fuss. Now let's talk about what feels like the flagship of this whole lineup, the Hobot S7 Pro. This one's a bit of a show-off in the best way possible. Instead of just wiping in a lazy zigzag, it mimics hand polishing with dual mop heads that scrub 600 times a minute. That's right, it basically buffed the glass like someone wiping it with both hands. And that's not just a gimmick, this robot left the windows gleaming. It uses a 15-nanometer micro mist from its ultrasonic sprayers. Sounds technical, but it basically means ultra-fine droplets that lift dirt without soaking the window or leaving streaks. Another standout is its ability to work with any kind of window. Framed, frameless, thin, thick, it doesn't matter. Plus, it doesn't just avoid bumping into frames, it has soft bumpers with edge leak sensors, so it knows exactly where to stop. And when it's done, it stops where it started so you can grab it easily. The app gives you full control, and there's even voice feedback and firmware updates over time. It also has a solid power backup system, and the suction is strong enough to clean outdoor windows without a single wobble. Honestly, the only downside here is the price. It's one of the most expensive in this group. But if you want the closest thing to a window cleaning pro, minus the appointment scheduling, this is it. So, 7 robots tested, and here's the honest takeaway. If you want the most premium, most complete package with cordless freedom, modes galore, and a clever dock, go for the Ecovacs WinBot W2 Pro Omni. Need something more affordable but still powerful? The Alpha Bot or the Unminto will shock you, great suction, solid cleaning, and reliable safety systems. Have small or framed windows? WinBot Mini is the compact hero. Looking for something all-purpose that works on mirrors, glass doors, and tiles? Tosima W3 is crazy useful. Want pro-level results in the shiniest windows possible? The Hobot S7 Pro takes it all the way. Each one has its strengths. It really depends on your home layout, window type, and how hands-off you want the process to be. But at the end of the day, yes, some of these robots really do work and work well. If this video helped you avoid a bad purchase or pointed you in the right direction, tap that like button, subscribe Technology X AI. Links to all the robots featured are below. And hey, if you've used any of these or know a robot we should test next, drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and keep those windows spotless without ever touching a ladder again.